Hey everyone, we're just going to go live with another series of our Saturday nights safety first. Thank you everyone for joining. Hey Kris, I'm just going to send you an invite. Yeah,
Hello.
hey, got it.
How
All
are you doing?
right. Hope I'm kind of audible right now. I just realized I didn't put my headset on. Sorry, I didn't put my headset on. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining. This is a kind of a very special episode because, Kris Cross meets Kris. Kris is my cousin and he's the bottom of the screen. He's a phantom boss. He's the one, he's a dude. His own personal story in terms of transformation is awesome. And considering the lockdown, it's something that we wanted to, incorporate bikers fitness because this is something that we noticed between the first lockdown and this lockdown. It's something hampered a lot of them. I've had stories of people, having back issues when they're trying to mount and get off the bike, trying to reverse the bike after a long time, especially picking up the motorcycle. So we thought, we got to bring in an expert over here to talk about biker fitness. Just to tell you from a personal story, when the first lockdown happened, it was a 21-day lockdown, and we said we will start with 21 minutes of running and 21 push-ups. Then later on, it kind of became a habit. So here's a man. Here's a your friends are joining in, Kris. Probably they're wondering what happened to the beard between now and then. So, Kris, introduce yourself, and it's all yours right now.
Hi guys. So my name is Kris. First of all, I'm Dilip's cousin. So age difference is massive. The little that I know about bikes, right? It all started with Dilip because I remember he's the one in the family always getting the bikes, always anything and everything that was there that I learned to drive was Dilip's bike, right from the TVS Champ, right? The blue color one
Yeah.
that you have.
Yeah.
That was that was probably the first bike that I learned how to ride, and then we used to boost his Hero Puck. He had a
Yeah.
Hero Puck, black and white color one, I think, right? On
Yeah.
the
Turbo
one,
Sport. Yeah.
like special edition one, right? And
Yeah.
then we got a Shogun, which is like a dream bike, which I still haven't touched, by the way. So we tried multiple times to boost that bike, but never happened. But I
Yeah.
did manage to boost his RD 350 though. I got caught doing that, but that was fun times. And my first experience on a bike is with Dilip, and that's how I kind of started liking bikes, even though I'm not a big expert on bikes per se. Riders fitness is something that I can help you with, right? So we have trained some riders in the past, and the most important thing to note and to focus on is to strengthen your core and your back, right? So I do not want to get into the professional racing point of it because their training is completely specific to that sport. But again, for all you riders out there, be it if you even riding a 350cc bike or 100cc bike or a 1000cc bike, right? There are certain things that you need to focus on. That is to start strengthening your back. Not many people do that, and right now people are slowly adapting to the seriousness of getting fit to ride. Right, we see a lot of people going on weekend rides, and now anybody can afford to buy a super bike. Right, it's become the affordability of buying a bike has become that much easier. But there are certain protocols that one needs to take while learning to handle these monsters, these beasts. My business partner is a biker himself, so whatever little bit I know about these super bikes comes from him. So one thing I've learned a lot is to make sure your core is solid. When I say your core is solid, a lot of people, my business partner is messaging away. All right. Okay, so the one thing that a lot of people do not understand when I say core, they always think it's your stomach area, right? When I say core, it's the front and back, and that's where it's very important when you're riding a bike. If you do not have a solid core, your stability is all over the place, right? You cannot control the bike at high speeds. And you also need to have a solid back, your upper back, your neck, because the kind of G-force that your neck's going through is madness, right? So these are certain small things that you need to focus on. You don't have to go out there and do like a massive workout to get these muscles strengthened. You can do it at home. And as you keep progressing, you can always add certain components from the gym that can enhance your fitness. And again, endurance does play a big role. And I have a lot of friends who travel, say, from Bangalore to Kashmir, or Bangalore to, like you travel from Chennai to Tirunelveli.
Yeah.
Right? That's a
Yeah.
600-kilometer drive. And
Yeah.
again,
640. Yeah.
yeah, so 640 or 500, it's a long drive. And there are times where your mental focus also needs to go in line with your physical fitness, right? So you're going to be, say, speeding at 100, 150. Your mental focus is that much important to last the duration of 600 kilometers or 500 kilometers, whatever it is. So that also plays an important role, because fitness not only gets you physically fit, it also makes you mentally sharper. For you to last
Yeah.
that long for that 400, 500 meters, you need to be mentally strong to keep your eye on that road. One thing, I don't know if you guys have gone past 150, 160. I realize you cannot look and turn back, or look at the speedometer and check how fast you're going to look in front. And you know what? Because the bike's going that fast, it's stupid to do that. Although I've tried once, and I realized it's not it's not worth trying it, right?
Yeah. Keep your eyes on the road, man. Keep your
Keep
eyes
your
on the
eyes on
road.
the road. And that's the thing. When you're constantly keeping your eyes on the road, you tend to drowse. You tend to start, feeling tired, feeling weary. And your fitness helps you in overcoming that to a certain level, right? Be it
Yeah.
mental or physical. Yes.
Yeah, Chris. I mean, one of the things is we are just talking about average tourers and stuff like that. One of the things about us is probably we have a 9 to 5 job, pretty much a desk job through the week, and I'm talking about pre-lockdown days. So it's pretty much a desk job, and then over the weekend, some of them might have some kind of a workout habit of maybe just running a bit or something, but mostly on a Sunday morning we are on the bike. And the motorcycle by itself, at least the motorcycle I ride is about over 300 kilos. So when you drop it, you need to pick it. Even though there are techniques, by virtue of picking up things, we kind of build the muscle knowingly, unknowingly. However, during the lockdown, with no gyms, no nothing, not even being able to sit on the bike, what is the thing that you recommend for guys like us to work out at home without any equipment?
So, like I said, you can do pretty much everything at home. You don't need to lift heavy weights or hit the gym. As much as I love everyone to come to my gym and work out, in a situation like this, you can pretty much do everything at home. So, first and foremost, to strengthen your core. We've done this so many times. At least, there's something called a plank hold. You can look it up on Google.
So when you,
Yeah, plank hold is basically, getting on your elbows and legs on the floor, holding that plank to solidify your core, trying to keep your glutes squeezed, breathing in and breathing out. Also, try to hold on to a longer duration of time. Instantly, you will not be able to, say, hit a 2 minute or a 3 minute immediately, but you can start with 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and slowly work it up. And the second most important thing, like I said, you're sitting on the bike for a longer duration, right? So your legs do take a toll as well, your flexors, your glutes, your quads, everything. I don't want to get into anatomy, but I'm just giving an example, right? So you're constantly sitting there. So you need to have a solid lower body, solid foundation as well. And at least I've done this in school plenty of times. You know the punishment that they give you called the armchair? Right? So that is one of the most brutal exercises that you can do at home. If you think you cannot do that without any support, just slide your back against the wall and pretend to sit for a minute or 30 seconds or 40 seconds and slowly build it up. And plenty of people work from home. Have you ever tried working from home, sitting in front of a desk without a chair? Try it for
that's a
30 seconds. Try it for 30 seconds, 40 seconds. If you do not feel the burn, I'll change my name. That's another brilliant exercises. Again, it not only hits your core, it also works on your glutes, your quads. It's a total leg burner workout, which you can do multiple times throughout the day. And another important part is your upper back, your neck, and your scapular blade. Right? These are mostly with corporate people that I come across. They tend to have weak muscles around the back because they're constantly slouching in front of the computer like this. Right? They're always sitting like that. They're not moving too much. I would suggest take your time off work, take 5-10 minutes break between your session or whatever it is that you do in front of the computer, turn around, put your hands out in front, just retract your scapula, hold it for a second and slowly let go. All right, you can do about 10 to 12 reps of this, probably 3 to 4 sets, and again, build this over time, right? This exercise is called scapular retraction. Like I said, you will find videos of this on YouTube, on Google, and there are multiple variations to it. If you think the seated scap retraction is easier, you can always do that on a plank hold position as well, right? And then for stability, there are tons of exercises for, like the plank hold is a great workout for stability. And also just stand and lift one leg up and stand there for 30 seconds. You'll see the difference. Your body will start to get wobbly and you know exactly, where you need to start strengthening it. These are basic things that you can do. And if you stay in an apartment, take the stairs. Save up on electricity. Take the stairs, walk up, walk back down, work your legs. Start lifting things at home rather than calling Urban Club or Dunzo or whatever it is that we call to move things from one place to another. And what we do in Bangalore, the gym that we have is we focus on something called functional training. Functional training is something that mimics your daily movement pattern, right? From picking something from the floor to putting something overhead on the shelf. All of this mimics certain movements that you could do in the gym. So, you don't need equipment. Pick up your dictionary. You can have a mad, mind-blowing exercise with a book, right? So I train people online at home. So, if they don't have like dumbbells, I ask them to get two of the biggest books that they have, and they can do multiple shoulder raises and overhead presses and all of that at home. Simple things. Sit on a chair and get up 10 times. That's a squat. And then slowly, when you feel it's not challenging, take off the chair. You can sit up and down, and that's a squat. It's a perfect free squat that you can adapt into your training. And the second thing that I can think of is everybody has a stool at home, right? So start stepping onto the stool and drive your knees up. It's called a step up to knee drive. That's again strengthens your legs. As a biker, you need to have a total body fitness. It's not just about focusing on. I don't mean to disrespect any bikers, but most of the bikers,
No, that's fine.
most of the bikers I come across are busy only doing bicep curls and tricep extension because they want their triceps to pop out when they're riding the bike. That's not going to get you anywhere. Right? Sometimes the sometimes the less fancy workouts or the less in Instagram world, the less likes that you have, the more quality that you're probably projecting, right?
Yeah,
so
Kris.
Yeah.
Kris, one of the issues, especially when you're touring, what happens is a bike is completely loaded with luggage, and so when you have to mount on the bike, it's not the traditional way of putting your legs across. You kind of hop in, or you put your stretch your leg out like a hurdles jump, and you kind of hop in. Of course, there some of us have a techniques, but generally, our biggest problem, at least my problem, is trying to stretch my leg and try to put it across. So what do you think about that kind of a stretching? I mean, yoga, stretching, or whatever in that format.
Yoga is brilliant. I would say 80% of whatever we're doing today, or at least 60% of whatever we're doing today, all comes from yoga. And yoga is the oldest form of exercise routine that is there available, and it's amazing for mobility. It's amazing to help you flex, but it's not going to give you strength that you require.
Got it.
Right? Yoga is good. Yoga is perfect. A bunch of us do yoga. That'll add probably a couple more star ratings to your fitness. It'll improve your breathing. Again, yoga is brilliant for you to understand breathing techniques, and without breathing, you can't work out properly, right? So you need to know some breathing techniques for you to perform better, even at work, right? A lot of people, once something hits the ceiling or some kind of situation at work arises, and your panic. You're at a panic mode. You don't know how to breathe. You go all over the place. Your heart, you don't know how to bring things down. Yoga kind of helps you de-stress, kind of, calm things around you. So it helps to an extent. Again, like I said, these simple, step-ups, lunges, simple stretches around your hamstrings and your glutes will do the job for you, because not many people realize just because they're sitting in front of a computer or staying idle, the muscle is stiff. Stiffness also means it could be weak. Stiffness doesn't mean it's strong or overworked. It can also mean it's weak. So strengthen the areas that you think are stiff, are tight. Release those muscles and start strengthening them. It's simple stuff that you can do at home. Sit on a couch, get up 10 times, do 3 sets of that. Lie down on the floor on your stomach and get up 10 times. That's a push up or a get up. It's all an activity, it's all an exercise. So, you can do multiple reps of that as you keep progressing with the workouts every day. And focus on 1% progress every day. You'll see a ton of difference at the end of 4 weeks.
Yeah. So for us, I think, irrespective of whatever motorcycle discipline we are into, being touring, dirt, track or whatever, I think the more or less the common factors are: one are reflexes, two are a little bit strength, not being very heavy, bulky, but strength and also with endurance. So in a 7 day week, probably one day is rest day. So you got 6 days. How do we schedule the three types of programs into 1 week?
Reflex is something that you need to do on a daily basis because it's more neuro, right? It only gets better with practice. So I would put reflexes on top, all right, and strength and endurance right next to each other. So reflexes, you cannot do reflexes for 20-30 minutes at a go because your mind will start dipping, your focus, your concentration will start dipping. Start with your reflexes, then move on to, say, simple workouts like strengthening your core or your strength workout. Keep it for about 15 minutes max. That's more than enough. And then start working on your planks and your wall sits and the other components around it. So if you actually think about it, 30 minutes, you're done and dusted at home. And if you want to exercise for reflexes, everybody has an empty wall in the house. Take a tennis ball. Start throwing it against the wall. Start catching it. Start using multiple hands to catch. That's how you do. And athletes started training reflexes that way. Now we have those fancy machines with self-lag. But initially, that's how it started, right? They used to chuck a tennis ball at the floor, at the wall. They used to maybe stand in a certain angle, chuck the tennis ball, jump around and catch it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I always believe that, you play any ball sport, then your reflexes kind of, whatever be the sport, then your reflexes, really comes up. And that, especially on a motorcycle, suddenly when you want to panic brake or something, you're kind of aware of what's going on. And then, you apply the brakes or whatever technique to get off the trouble. So, yeah, I think the tennis ball idea is just brilliant. The other fact, sorry, go ahead.
One more thing. For those of you who have pets at home, you can get an amazing reflex workout by just throwing a tennis ball at them or playing with your pet. Because the kind of agility your dog or your cat has, you cannot replicate that in any machine. Try chasing them around have you seen Rocky where he chases around and tries to catch a chicken? Have you seen that scene? It's similar. Try playing with your dog. Try running around with your dog and hiding taking the ball from your dog and try hiding an amazing workout for 10 minutes. You will be huffing and puffing and on the floor.
Yeah. And the other thing is, let's be honest, okay? Most of the bikers, at least the ones I ride with, we all love our adult beverages, okay? We just gonna love it. Yeah, maybe there are a few people under 18 or whatever. So I'm just going to have my bourbon or a beer or whatever, okay? And we are not going to kill ourselves mentally and, deprive ourselves of such little fun. So if I'm going to drink a beer or a drink, a couple of larges of bourbon or whatever, I mean, how much do I need to, what type of workout I need to do to just burn it off or something like that?
Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're drinking a beer or a whiskey, as long as you know your moderations, you're fine. But again, depends upon what you're trying to aim at, right? So see, since we are regular folks, we like to go out and have an occasional drink. That's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, you need to enjoy life to live your life. You can't restrict everything, but as long as you have moderations, it's fine. But again, 2 drinks or 2-3 drinks won't hurt. And whatever you're doing every day for 30-40 minutes is going to help you burn that. It's only going to slow down the process a little bit, but hey, we're not competing, right? It's not something that we're trying to get a six-pack ab or drop a body fat percentage to sub-7 or anything of that sort. We're general folks. We love to go on a big ride. And what's the point of going on a long ride and sitting with your friends, not having a drink or two? Right? So I wouldn't worry too much about it. But if you're somebody who cannot say no to more than 2 beers or 3 beers, then we probably have an issue. I would suggest, try to put in more hours in working out, more hours in the gym, or try to, since we're in a lockdown right now, there's nothing much we can do probably go for a 40-minute walk or 30-minute walk. It's just that, see, alcohol slows down your metabolism in burning fat faster. That's the only thing. It's not going to kill you. Again, I don't know how much you're drinking, but for the it's not really gonna kill you. And so don't worry. Have a beer. Make sure you burn it up the next day. Do a 10 minute high intensity workout. Throw in some jumping jacks. Throw in some wall runs, and throw in some jumps here and there. You should be easily burning that off.
Yeah. So, just speaking of again of home workouts, we started this skipping, jumping rope recently, and I was told that it is one of the most effective exercises. You probably invest about 10 minutes a day, but it's a fat burner. What's your take on that?
Again, there's both pros and cons to it. I'm not a big fan of the jump rope workout. I use it probably for a 30, 40, for a 2 to 3 minute high intensity workout. But the thing right now is a lot of people take the jump rope, they're jumping for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. It's okay, but then on the long run, it's going to start hitting your knees.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm not a big fan of that. If you can incorporate jump rope into a high intensity workout, say maybe 20 seconds of a high intensity skips and then 10 seconds break, go back at it again, maybe 8 to 10 rounds. That's more than enough. But now the new in thing is that people are skipping and jumping for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes non-stop. It will give you result. Again, for anyone who's not worked out, right? This is something that they need to know. Whatever you do right now, you will see drastic results, but that doesn't mean it is effective, and that doesn't mean it's gold standard, right?
Correct.
So, keep everything moderate. Don't, just because you're seeing results doing one particular movement doesn't mean you flow the throttle and do that every single day. And the body adapts. It's same like your bike. If you think your bike's like at least the new bikes are far more intelligent, and they respond to how the rider rides it and understands the kind of rider that the bike's exposed to. The same thing with your body. If you think your bike's smart, the body is a million times smarter. It adapts and it constantly keeps changing according to your behavior, your ways. So after a point, you will start hitting the wall. So suggest to keep everything to a minimal, especially anything that has a kind of impact, to restrict movement for not more than say 20-30 seconds, rather than keeping on jumping for 30 minutes is something I wouldn't do.
People watching, if you have questions for me or Kris, just throw it out there. We are going to respond. While we wait, I just want to tell you what I do personally before a long ride. Whenever I take a 2-week ride, an adventures ride or something, usually I start, going off alcohol, depending on the trip, maybe a month or two earlier, and then I kind of put in certain running and certain other exercises. So generally, me personally, my reason for doing all that is simply because I want to be able to enjoy the ride, and I'm taking 2 weeks off my time just to have fun. So at that point of time, I don't want to pull a muscle or stuff like that, and cry over the whole 2 weeks. So that is something that something that I do. And Kris, let's talk about your famous phantom workout and the giveaways, which we have seen a lot of transformation videos of your phantom workout. So why don't this, explain what the whole phantom workout is about?
So first of all, Phantom is not my favorite comic. It's basically when we were growing up as kids, there used to be this fake cigarette or a mint candy. So that's how the whole name originated from, and that used to be something that I used to love eating. But we grew up in a village where we never got any of that. So anytime someone used to go to Chennai or we go to Chennai, one of our uncles or aunts used to get us that. And that was the best time of our lives, trying to smoke cigarettes and stuff.
The mint, red mint.
Yeah, that's how that stuck. And then when I started reading up on, the Phantom comics and all of that, my forte in fitness is not about trying to lift heavy or not about trying to, challenge anybody or anything. For me, it's about trying to get mentally fitter, mentally stronger. And for me personally, my battle with fitness has always been mental, right? So in life in general, whatever you do, there's always someone trying to put you down. So same thing with fitness. You go to the gym, there will be times where you will not want to, wake up, or you'll not want to go out there and do what, you should be doing. So it's more mental. So the only reason I am able to give that much results on transformation and stuff is to make sure we ignite that mental, capabilities of each and every member, whom I call athletes. I do not call them members, so we call them a phantom athlete. If you can, get their minds fired up, there's nothing that they can't conquer. Because, I'm telling you, we've had fascinating stories. We've trained regular folks, 9 to 5, corporate going folks with so much stress levels. And when I say stress levels, I've never met anybody with so much stress levels than a corporate people. Uh, I don't know what happens in the corporate world, but the kind of stress they deal with is insane, right? And these are regular folks with multiple issues, postural issues, health issues, guys who are 30, going through issues, you know, like they are 50. And we've trained them. And in 21 days, we were able to make regular folks do a 21K run.
Wow.
That's never been done anywhere in the world. And unfortunately, we do not have the kind of publicity help that we need. But we've done this, batch after batch. And right now, the record is 18 days. We've completed 21 days. And for me, it's a thing where it takes 21 days to break any habit. And if you can surpass that 21 days, trust me, if your mind can let go of that and channel your energy, your focus on that one particular goal in hand, nothing can stop you. So that's what we try and portray with our workouts as well. The workouts are not easy. The lifestyle is not easy. But then if you give in to what the road is ahead, if you focus day 1, day 2, day 3, trust me, it's not an easy ride. But once you're done with that 21 days, you're a whole new person.
Okay, I mean, I just want to, for us to just do a home fitness test, just to gauge, how fit we are, for an average guy. So what do you think? We should try ourselves doing 10 push-ups, or what is a simple test to see if we can, if you're fit or not?
Simple. See, 10 push-ups, I don't know if many people can do push-ups. So a lot of people get demotivated the moment they hear a push-up. Right, so I would suggest hold on to a plank. If you can hold on to a plank for more than a minute, then we have something to work on. If you are dropping a plank in 10 seconds, 20 seconds, then, you have something to worry about, and you have to immediately start taking your fitness seriously and do something about it. Because, the core is the foundation to your body. A lot of people say the legs are the foundation to your body, but the core is what is carrying you. The core is what is keeping you stable, front and back. And if your core is not weak, you're not going anywhere. So,
yeah, Kris, we are going to take a question from one of the viewers. So he says, I believe it's Sohail, it says due to long distance rides, there's a lot of uneven stress on the forearm and shoulder blade on the right side of the body. Does this call for a concern?
Due to long distance ride, there's a lot of uneven stress on the forearm and shoulder blades on the right side of the body. Does this call for concern? Yeah, could be something to do with your posture, or could be something to do with tightness around the pecs. And if it's the right side of the shoulder, it could be a scapula as well. So there'll be multiple things you could either be stiff, you can either have muscular knots, or it could be a recurring injury that would be something that you need to look into. And what's it? Long distance riders, I would suggest start by strengthening your upper back and your scapula. And Suhail Pasha, he's a calisthenics guy, so I'm guessing you're dominant on the right side, so you kind of apply more pressure towards one side where the other side is a little weaker. So try and see, do these shoulder stretches and pec stretches and see if that works out. Start strengthening areas around your scapula. That should do the trick.
Yeah. Kris, this whole Saturday Night Live series is just a 30-minute series that we wanted people to focus on, primarily because safety is part of a lifestyle. Right now, you call it the new norm or whatever, from social distancing to wearing the mask to everything, is the way of life right now. And let's not forget about that. And therefore, we started this series primarily to focus on building safety as a lifestyle. And I just want to, thank you for coming on the show today to talk about fitness. just people, I just want to let you know that Kris runs a couple of home fit programs. He runs a lot of online sessions, though he's based out of Bangalore. There are a lot of people from across the world who have kind of gone on these sessions. I believe he's got a Zoom session, free Zoom session or something coming up. Kris, go ahead.
Yeah, we're doing this free Zoom workout sessions. It's a live session where, you just have to come, show up, have fun, work out with us. We've had about, each batch is filled about 30, 40 people. And this is what we do for everybody who attends the session. We personally donate 100 rupees for this charity that we are helping out, called Little Sisters of the Poor. It's a old age home. A lot of abandoned old people staying there with no food, no medical supplies, and recently there have been 20 COVID positive cases there. So I've been doing these free Zoom workouts and been fortunate enough to get funds raised for that and provide to that old age home. So yeah, tell your friends, family to join in for the workout. They do not have to pay anything. They just have to join, sign up, go to the website, sign up. The link will be automatically sent to them, and we make a donation on your behalf.
Kris, so what's your hashtag or a handle in Instagram that they need to follow to get to know more of this?
So my Instagram handle is called Train with Phantom, and my gym that I co-own is called The Outfit Gym. Right, so both, you can look up both the handles on Instagram. All the information is right there. So that's about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we have something called Home Fit, which we started during the last lockdown. And right now we have about 1,000 people on board, and we're training round the clock across different countries. And it's a Group X format, similar to what we do in Bangalore, which is an offline gym where we train people in groups. So now we're doing that online, and I feel that going forward, this is the only option that's going to remain.
Awesome. Guys, we're just going to wrap up today. I just want to let you know that I have tried one of his free sessions. Trust me, you wouldn't last. I have basic fitness, but I can tell you that it's a killer. And I would want you to, get on the Zoom call. It's for a great cause. And so please get on the Zoom call. All the links, every detail will be shared on this video, as well as a couple of other posts that's coming up. Thank you, Kris and the team, for getting on the show, talking about fitness and answering some of the questions that people threw at us. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We want you to stay safe, stay fit, and hopefully we'll all meet up sometime and ride together. Thank you, guys. See you next Saturday again at 7 p.m. for another series. Thank you, Kris.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye, everyone. Take care. Good night.